Let's begin by mixing all the dry ingredients together. Pour the sugar straight into the bowl, but it's best to sift the rest. Next, add the flour. I go with regular all-purpose. 1 3/4 cups should do the trick. Then toss in 1 cup of unsweetened natural cocoa, a heaping teaspoon of baking soda, and another heaping teaspoon of baking powder. And lastly, don't forget the salt. I just add 1/3 teaspoon. What I love about this recipe is how quick and simple it is. Just mix the batter, bake, add the cream, and it's ready to enjoy. After everything is mixed well, make a small well in the center. It's a simple trick to help the dry and liquid ingredients come together nicely in one bowl. Now crack in 2 eggs. Room temperature works best, as they blend more easily and improve the texture. Next, pour in 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Then add 1 cup of milk. Like the eggs, room temperature is ideal. But if the milk is cold and you're in a hurry, don't worry. Just give it a good stir. Start mixing from the center of the bowl, gradually working your way outwards. This way, the wet ingredients will combine thoroughly with the dry ones. Oops, I forgot to film adding the vanilla extract. Now's the perfect time to add a splash. Keep mixing until the batter is smooth and free of lumps. This is exactly how it should look. All right, let's take a little break from the batter and brew some flavored coffee. Simply pour boiling water over a teaspoon of coffee, but don't drink it. We'll need it for the recipe. I'll admit though, I couldn't resist sneaking an extra cup for myself behind the scenes. While the coffee is brewing, let's go ahead and grease the baking molds really well. Make sure you cover all the nooks and crannies so nothing sticks when we bake. Also, don't forget to line the bottom of the molds with parchment paper. Otherwise, your cakes might decide to settle in and never leave. All right, now let's get back to the batter and slowly pour the coffee in. Adding it little by little makes it easier to blend everything together, giving you a smooth and even batter. Even if the batter looks more like a milkshake, pour in every last drop of coffee. It's exactly how it should be. The batter might seem runny, but trust me, the cake will turn out perfect. Finally, pour the batter into the prepared molds, making sure to divide it evenly, and that's it, ready to bake. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now place the molds into the preheated oven. If they don't fit on the same rack, just stagger them slightly on different levels. Here comes the magic. After 30 minutes, that runny milkshake will turn into soft, fluffy cake layers. While the cakes are baking, let's quickly make some rich and delicious chocolate cream. Begin by whipping 2/3 cup of heavy cream. For the best results, use chilled cream and a cold bowl. This helps the cream form stable peaks quickly. Once the cream starts to thicken, add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Keep whipping and gradually increase the mixer speed to medium. Whip for a few minutes until the cream thickens and forms stiff peaks that hold their shape. Just be careful not to overwhip, unless you're in the mood for butter instead of cream. All right, the whipped cream's ready. Let's move on. Next, chop 2 bars of chocolate. I recommend using dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa for a rich flavor. The smaller you chop it, the easier it will melt. Now let's get to the main part of making the cream. First, we'll separate 3 egg yolks from the whites. The yolks help make the cream thicker and creamier, adding a rich flavor and a beautiful golden color. Add a tablespoon of sugar and mix until smooth. I prefer my cream moderately sweet, but if you like it sweeter, feel free to add 2 or even 3 tablespoons of sugar. Pour another 2/3 cup of heavy cream over the yolks and sugar mixture. I'm using 35% fat-heavy cream. Stir until everything is well combined, making sure to break up any sugar crystals and ensure the yolks blend evenly into the cream. All right, turn the heat to medium and place the pan on the stove. Keep stirring constantly as it heats up to ensure everything mixes smoothly and nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. Let the mixture cook until it thickens, but be careful not to let it boil. After removing the pot from the stove, quickly add the finely chopped chocolate. Do this right away before the heavy cream mixture starts to cool down. Stir the chocolate into the cream mixture. It will melt quickly and everything will combine nicely. The cream may be a bit gritty at first, but don't worry. It will smooth out as we go along. Without wasting any time, gently fold the chocolate mixture into the whipped cream. Work quickly here. You need to combine the cream and assemble the cake immediately, as the cream will firm up and become harder to spread as it sets. Well done. The cream is ready. Now, let's get back to the cake layers. Be sure to let them cool in the mold for about 10 minutes before removing them. Otherwise, they might collapse. After they've cooled, gently tap the mold to help the cake layers come out more easily. This is where the parchment paper really helps. Without it, removing the cake layers from the molds would be a lot trickier. Now for the fun part, spreading the cream. To assemble the cake, I used just what I had on hand. The only special tool is the rotating stand, but you can always do a few laps around the cake if you don't have one. All right, time for the second layer. It came out just as easily thanks to the parchment paper and butter. Yep, I know the cream looks a bit strange here, but it's absolutely delicious. If it starts to set and becomes tricky to spread, just warm it gently in a water bath for a moment. Then whip it with a mixer until it's smooth and easy to work with again. Now here's a little trick I love to use. Spinning the cake on the stand while gently carving lines into the surface with the handle of a fork or spoon. It adds such a beautiful textured finish. That's it. The cake is ready. You can cut a slice and enjoy it right away or share it with your friends. Either way, it's sure to be a hit. It's the perfect blend of fudgy, moist layers and a smooth, creamy chocolate frosting. Truly delicious.